Hello everyone. I hope I'm visible and I'm audible. Can you see my screen? Raj, hello.
Yes, Ravi, we can see your screen. Yes.
Okay, great. So shall we begin or we are just waiting for the
Yes,
poll
please.
to get it?
Yes, please. We can proceed.
Okay. Just a second. Just give me a moment. Hello everyone. A very good afternoon. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining this session. This is, I think, the third or fourth time Observe and Digital Vidya has come together to share knowledge and to help the future marketers to grow more exponentially. Uh, we have always thought that, okay, what to start with or how to cover a lot of things in SEO, but I think one of the key thing is to understand this whole circle. I'm sure a lot of you must have seen that video of Simon Sinek, and who is really famous for that's three circles of why, how, and what. On the similar lines, it's very important to understand in life or in anything which we do is that, okay, why are we doing it? What should we do? Variety. We have people who are the entrepreneurs. We have people who are the expert SEO experts as well. We'll try to keep it a diversified and in terms of the knowledge. And I'm sure we can always add value. Introduction. I strongly believe more than me and why do observe exist. So yes, one of the purpose of fire to fly in a simple words. More detailed aspect would be that inspired to go beyond obvious. So we do. Couple of clients of Observe with whom we have worked, what kind of journey or would be sharing today as well. Some of them are listed over here, and we have captured over of last 10 years of excellence. Okay, how should we build value? We have right. So I would be sharing some of the learning of clients with whom we have worked. This is an initiative. I don't want to go into anything which we have done. I'm sure you can always check them out .io or observe.com. What I really want to share, this is an initiative where we partner with various institutions and brands so that we expert lectures as well for marketers and digital enthusiasts. This is a social initiative of Observe where we strongly believe that change for water, that would be a great change for the world. Just and what we are doing is we started from with Lakes of Udaipur. So is a brand started from and what. So that's where we are also initiating as a social purpose for us to save the lakes of Udaipur. Uh, I'm sure you must be having an idea. Okay, what is O positive? What is Observe? So at Observe, we have created a service for search. We strongly believe that if you really want to bring people going through the curiosity, and whenever there was more curiosity, there was more change in the world. So that's why we have created this lab, and we are storing, and I'm sure we would be able to solve in a greater aspect. A couple of in-house tools and IPs which we have built at O Positive, because we strongly believe that if you really want to build an impact, we have to use technology. That's what we are doing. I will not share the slides and you can go through them. Let's let's come to the before going to why. I would rate the strong the 7 beliefs of SEO, which every must have read somewhere in their lifetime, or I'm sure they must want to. But I, yes, I will put forward. I believe this may be seen as SEO. Here are these. So the first is SEO is a one-time activity. I think you should ask a question to yourself that okay, what expectation from the search traffic? The second is hot. A lot of feel like
Your
okay, yes,
voice
we
is
have used an
breaking.
app.
Your voice is breaking. Can we check, please?
Okay, let
People
us
are.
see again. I will. So the second point is Shopify posted on Shopify, scaling them up. More important for the app or the platform, it's more about the reward. But I think what you should ask yourself, type of backlinks. Some kind of backlink will not work. Yes, it's contrary, but yeah, again the same question you should ask: what type of backlink doesn't work? A strong belief is start SEO, and you get we have a lot of clients who will come to us at a very initial stage, maybe bigger brands say, okay, we have made the website SEO perfect. Kind of traffic and how much traffic are a lot of time. I think more important to us, strongest belief, I would say, trust me, that it will take 13 months. Because think that there is any king without queens.
Ravi, can we check network to maybe your mobile network, please?
Is that Raj?
Uh, can you please?
Hello.
Yeah, Ravi, speak now. Stay
Hear me?
line. It will take just 1 minute to reconnect the new network. Yes, I mean Ravi is changing the network. It will take just 1 more minute to change the network. Ravi, I would recommend you please disable the webcam. Please disable issue due to the webcam bandwidth. Yes. Speak now, please.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, your voice is clear now.
Okay, great. I hope it should be stable now. Let's move.
Yes, it's stable now.
Okay. I just review of the various myths here. Many people are able to listen or hear my voice, but here are the few strong and key questions which you should ask when looking at the belief. Why should you invest in SEO? A lot of brands or a lot of will have one of the strongest reason I have come because we have made the website live, so we need to do SEO. But I'm not sure that's a so much convincing reason for anyone. If you from my side, I'm sure you all know that Google search is increasing with many folds every year. Just a few insights. If you talk about A, the 15% searches made on Google were never searched before. That's a very strong insight. The second thing, there are 3.5 billion searches happening a day, where the total internet user population is like more than half a billion. It's like more than the half a billion of the population of India. But more interestingly, by these facts, you should ask a question that okay, is your audience searching on Google? Because yes, that's maybe a contradictory fact, but yeah, you should ask to yourself that okay, where are they searching the most? Which is my preferred where I should focus? The second thing, why should you for the why everything revolves around the consumer. We all know that. We all and interestingly, there is a behavioral shift is happening right now. The trust parameter, which now what we changing. The first one why is your potential buyers are searching. The moment we read something, the one thing which we go is we go and search for it. The second thing that a lot of cases, a lot of situations, the made research purchase in spite of there was a lot of impulsive buying was happening search purchase. The last but if you see the Google Analytics dashboard of your brand, the conversion rate from I know there could be some debate around it. We talk about the 95% or more, it is always higher. In my life, I have seen it almost every time the any other medium apart from the direct medium. One more reason, I will just try to mutual funds. I'm sure, no doubt, the market is down right now, but you must be investing. This is how the graph looks like, and the traffic graph looks similar, or for any of the branch. So SEO is just you have to do a consistent effort, then the value keeps on increasing. Similar graph for one of my working since last 3.5 years. So I will say recent. So if you see this, then it was, and then gradually it has started increasing. Why this could be reason? In SEO, it is like from nowhere you come to top 50, top 20, top 10, top 3. It's a gradual increase. But one of the most important is it's a multi-dimensional impact on brand growth. Whenever you are doing SEO, it is an impact on the business. Yes, we all want conversions, we all want revenue. That it's an impact on the brand visibility. It's impact on the brand credibility and relevance. Okay, how relevant I am to the industry. It is an impact on on internet. They might look a little technical. Ability is how well Google is able to crawl me. Last is the digital foundation. Whenever you are doing SEO, it is actually improvising the overall digital brand, which impacts across mediums and conversions, which is that's one of the very important why that okay, it's a compounding impact. Why you should do SEO. And yes, one important thing is if you are looking for an exponential growth, you cannot get it by spending money on Google, Facebook, or any other platform. It is all about whenever you're spending money, it's a pay per click, but or maybe pay per impression. But if you're really looking for an exponential growth, then it can be SEO. That is one of the only medium which can really bring an exponential traffic growth to the website. So that's something which is a very strong why for the people who really aspire to grow exponentially in many folds in future. Talk about what you invest in SEO and what should you invest in SEO. Investing here before you even take a step, this question to yourself because it all starts with you, your dreams, your aspirations. What is this? Are you looking for conversions? That SEO is not for you. You're looking for overcoming the marketplaces. I know maybe there are a lot of Amazon or any other platform, but brand is being searched by their customer to buy again. The marketplace is coming at the top. So maybe you need to do SEO. That could be a goal for you to capture the recurring purchases happening for my brand. The third thing could be sustainability. I pay money to ads as I grow. I want to have more. I might want to have an exponential growth. And and one could be that okay, I really want to be look like an industry thought leader. So what should I do for that? Because the search on the first page, we may aspire them to be the thought leaders. That's how the whole mentality or the trust parameters work. Again, along with these business goals, one most important part is what is my SEO? What do I really expect from doing SEO? I should be very clear with that. My aspiration could be okay, I want immediate business priority. Like I have a couple of keywords, I want to get them ranked. I can give you an example that okay, for example, if you're running a career counseling company and your customer is B2B, you don't want to aim for a huge traffic. You just want to aim for okay, I want to rank for keywords. That is something top when people are searching. I should get that. And my business is a B2B business. Or you are a B2C business. You might be a brand similar to Mama or any other D2C brand, or maybe Doubtnut or any other looking for humongous traffic. Then you're where I want to go in the next 1 year. And maybe okay, I am already growing well. Now I'm looking for an exponential growth. I'm growing consistently when I want to see okay, where could I be, and I'm ready to invest. SEO especially which has to be clear along with that, okay, what is the business goal? First, you should be clear, okay, you really want to do SEO by asking these questions. The second thing is in SEO, what do you want to expect? And the last but not the least is everything comes down to what you want to invest, how many people you have, and how much time can you give at the group. There is, I would not say that every single thing you do in SEO towards the, but yeah, there has to be budget which you should have in your hand. Okay, thing apart from you is the user. You have to know who is your user because that is something which is most important even in marketing as well. That okay, where am I targeting? SEO is a platform regularly to search. So who is your audience? What is the buying journey? Who will influence the decision? And where is it searching on Google, YouTube, or where is it searching? And what is the desired action expected? I will make it a little more simplified. So this is how a user works. A user is sitting in particular location, particular persona. He will use a device, maybe a mobile, maybe a desktop, maybe a tablet, maybe a Google Voice. He will go to a particular platform to search, and he has a purpose to search for. That platform will direct him to some asset, which could be a website, which could be another platform. And then over there, he might consume, could be text, video, or combination. And then you are expecting him to take an action. That is something which is either is consuming or engaging. So that's where you have to rightly that, okay, what is this journey all about? It has to be very clear in your mind so that your effort should not go. Now once you are clear with your goals, once you are clear with who is your user, understand where are you. So I will give you some Excel sheets as well. I will just show being done. Let me just focus upon what to do first. So once you have to understand where are you, and I'm sure a lot of people in this webinar point who are just starting, who might have just, and they aspire huge traffic with paid. The first thing you have to do is you have to configure everything right. You have to make your website crawl ready, because if Google is not able to read what is being written on your website, what he will show. One thing is it has to be a tech ready. Even if you will read about Google as well, they will always say that, okay, experience to you. That's what we are also trying to enhance, and at least you should, your whenever you are making when you are making effort to increase the visibility. The second stage could be a growth stage. You already have some traffic, you have already launched 1 6 down, you are already set for it traffic. A lot of brands who come to us who say a lot of content because content is king, but we are not getting traffic. We say that you are in growth stage. You already have something, you have to alter them so that you can grow it. What you have to do with that? You should know the competition, because a lot of time we just don't what is being done by the competitors. A lot of things, but your competitor might be doing much more than that. You have to identify that, okay, where is the gap? Where can I capture? I will just showcase you that, okay, how to identify the gap. Then you actually focus, okay, this is my sharp focus. I want to target that. And then you add some experimentation to it, because experimentation is the key to scale. And you map the effort with the strategy, which I will show you a template, and if you want it also with you, so that which will help you to grow. One of the stage could be a crisis stage. There are a lot of brands, even Google has rolled out more than 20 algorithm of, now it's like more like a day affair. Every time there's some changes happening on the Google algorithm, so you might have a downfall in your traffic. The first thing is don't panic. It's okay. The second thing is observe the data, because data gives you a lot of reasons where it has gone wrong. Maybe it hasn't gone wrong, it's just the trend. Competitor statistics. Okay, has it really for the competitors as well? No, maybe it's an industry traffic trends. Just let them trends over there. Then confirm the second opinion with, you must be knowing someone who is an expert in your network of SEO. Or maybe you can call us as well. We will happy to help you, maybe complimentary as well if it's a crisis. And act consciously. Website, what we normally suggest is, okay, let's experiment with a specific part of your website and roll out the deployment across all the categories. So we have to act consciously. So these are the three stages where we can actually act to from where we can act. Now I want to share that, okay, SEO is not about search and optimization, it's about user experience, escalating digital currency. So we define SEO, and in SEO it really works. So if you see, there are few parameters, there are few things which you have to perform, which if like you really want to grow. I'm sure that might look like a language to you, terminology which we use internally. It actually defined, because normally people focus upon just implementation, technical drill down, topical relevance, creating some data, implementing something, but it's more of that, okay, what is the strategy? What is leverage as per? That's a clear aspect of where we are. I will show you that, okay, when you are understanding a brand parameters which you use, One is doing a technical audit. If you really want to know, okay, where am I wrong or where am I right, understand, do you have any errors? You have to understand what is my probability right now. You have to understand what is my search relevance. Am I really relevant to search or not? You have to understand what is my configuration. That, okay, am I rightly seen on a lag page, but only their configurations was wrong. Recently, I was talking to one of the luxury brands in India, and what they did, every looking same to Google because of just a configurational error. So if I just walk you through that how to improve that, and if I so this is a very old audit of one of the clients, and if you see over here, this is a very detailed audit where you can see, okay, how to analyze. So what is their framework? What is their what is are being indexed on Google? What is the page authority? And what is the domain authority? No doubt you can use a lot of tools out there. There is a tool which is being provided by SEMrush also, Sideburn, Screaming Frog. There are a couple of tools out there which are very cheap, and also there are, some of them are very free as well, which are available, which will give you a good amount of data. But there are few things which you will not get from the perspective of a naked eye view as well. So for example, if you see over here, no doubt you can use Lighthouse as a tool for core web vitals, which can give you an idea, okay, how are you performing on the different parameters. Along with that, you can actually see the configurational issues. That, okay, robots found on homepage. Like, yeah, you have to see, okay, what is my configuration? Google able to see. If I even don't take the technical terms, you have to just ensure that Google should be able to crawl you rightly. So you have to do everything and anything possible for that. That is one of the first rule of thought whenever you want to do SEO for yourself. What are the outbound links going? There must be a lot of 404 pages. How are they being? How can we address them? Then there could be underscore in the URLs as well. We have to remove them. Again, a configurational issue that, okay, it is not accessible page. So this is how you do a audit. You have to understand the content part. You have to understand the URL structure. You have to understand that is something where you highlight that, okay, where am I wrong? If I give you one more audit where even everything was being configured as a home page, so that was one of the biggest error on this website, which really which was not allowing them to perform as well. So like that's how it can be addressed. And if I go next, so once you are able to understand, okay, what is lacking on the brand, the second thing which you understand is what is the competition. So there are few parameters which you can use. That, okay, how many pages do I have? How many pages do they have? I know that, okay, not only number of pages doesn't make sense, but yeah, it gives a lot of aspect to the, okay, how much bigger your horizon could be considering the how many pages you have. What is your domain rating? So this is the number being considered to showcase, okay, what is my domain credibility? Because Google really want to rank the websites which are credible to some extent. Along with that, okay, how much good content they have, but along with a lot given to the credibility of the site. Then spam score. Is it do you having a spammy links? Do you are having a spammy content on a website? And then how being. So just to give you a detailed overview of this, again go back to this part where this is how you see a domain analysis. So you configure all of, I have hidden, but yeah, if you see all the data over here, there are the various parameters on which you can actually analyze a competitor. It's not only about that, okay, how many links they have or how many, it's also about that, okay, go a little more deeper as well. That, okay, how many pages are indexed, what is the, as per some tool, what is the traffic and all, from where they are getting the right traffic, which are the top keywords which are ranking, bringing traffic to them. The second thing you have to see that, okay, uh, backlinks are being understood. So like if you see this brand data, then you will find some good insight uh, what kind of links they are doing. As I mentioned to you, the myth is, okay, if I will do 10,000 links and I will grow. So if you see this graph, then this brand has suddenly started increasing the links. But if you go up, the kind of links they are making doesn't make sense. So this might, and like when we went deeper, it also got penalized as well. So along with that, you have to see how are they growing, how many links, and then what kind of activities they are doing. So what I am really insisting is to go deeper whenever you are suggesting or whenever you are of competitors. Another thing to look at the competition is the keyword gap. Understand bringing profit to them, and where am I not even present. So if you see the brand which we're analyzing, so they were not even visible on these particular keywords. So the first thing which starts is, okay, anyone who will come to your website will start with a search, right? So then they are not even visible, they are not even, but they are on the top, first page, third position, fourth position, ninth position, and that's how they're ranking. So you have to see that, okay, where is the gap and what is bringing traffic to my competitors, so that I can choose from there, okay, this is the potential, I should capture that, or this is the gap which I have, which is an opportunity to me. So that is how deeper you have to do the competitor analysis. If I go back to the slides, the next thing is, once you analyze your brand, where are you, once you analyze where is your competition, the next thing is to analyze potential, how big is the market. Like when we are going for a funding, the investor will always ask, okay, how big is the market? Invest, then what is your market size? So if you come here and if you see this, then this is the market size. So when you see that, okay, what is they are having a maybe like a even, and like not even just a, okay, if I see the fruit and herb size, if I see by what is my market size, and you can use AdWords Planner tool as one of the recent together an idea. I'm not saying that these are the right numbers, but it is just to get an idea and their aspects. But you will say, okay, what is market size and where should I focus? And then you have to, where am I ranking and where is everyone else ranking? So it really captures the market size of different categories over here. That, okay, in matcha and everything where I should focus upon. And the next thing is, okay, what is my opportunity? So considering all, figure out, okay, what is my opportunity? Where should I focus? Which are the keywords which have potential? Done from the market potential. Maybe even the competitors also miss them. So you have to identify, oh, what is my cluster opportunity where I can target. The next thing over here is, once you have a clarity of the market size, once you have the clarity of the competition, once you have clarity of where are you standing, you have to create a strategy. So this defines the focus of intent, because you already know which are the keywords where your competitor is ranking, which are the keywords which. The second thing, potential, and as I mentioned to you in this slide, the various opportunities available in the market, what is the potential, which category we should target. The next thing is leveraging strength of the brand. This is very important, that it's not about that, okay, yes, there is opportunity, yes, there am I, yes, I should start doing it. No, you have to know that, okay, what are your weaknesses, what are your strengths, and you have to play on your strength. So that's where we will be looking at the, okay, what are my strengths. Maybe you are already a credible brand, maybe you have been existing since last 20 years. It's just that you are not on digital, but you should leverage that. I was talking to a brand and they came to me and they said that, okay, my DR is 90, and like they were not ranking, and we said that you are actually sitting on like a gold mine. uh, you should leverage that. I cannot reveal the name of the brand, but yeah, and that like really worked. So that is a strategy there. Okay, what are my strengths, what is the potential, what is my focus? So, and how do you make a strategy? I will just give you an outline of how do you make a strategy. So if you come here again, so that's how you make a strategy. So I have just renamed them. So this is how we make a strategy. So first I have to understand where I am focusing upon. Is it my informational keywords or is it my commercial keywords? Then I have to see, okay, where I'm targeting, how many, once my website is crawl ready, tech ready, then I'm putting my plan over here that, okay, what is my strategy in terms of the in terms of the investment on the backlink part, more in terms of the content creation part as well. So, okay, how much content I need to create. I just want to get an idea, okay, what I have to do. So considering the competition, we'll do some analysis, and I'm sure that will also give you an idea of you can put some figures over here, because no one knows what really works. But you can just make some estimation so that you can revise your strategy. Once you make an estimation, you define some numbers over here, you define some budgets as well. I'm sure that as you also you have to work with various brands to get some things posted. A lot of backlinks are paid because you might that they are earned so that you can request them to put your brand. You need to they might ask for a charge as well. So you have to define, okay, what is the cost which is being, so that I can get a good backlink, I can write a good content. Because if you see over here, only for the around 20,000 words of content. So creating this kind of plan gives you clarity that, okay, what kind of content requirement is there, what kind of backlink requirement is there, and what kind of a tech efforts is there. So once you are clear with that, you need to have in plan that, okay, what is my execution. See this. This is how you can see your execution overview. Just give me a moment. Yeah. So that's the execution overview. Like, what are the tech implementations required? What is the detailed content strategies required? How many of them are required? Do you require for products, for blogs? Which are them? How much you require for the brand part, like in terms of the building links? What do you require on that? What is your require? What do you require for the digital PRs, which are kind of a paid, and from where you would be getting? So I'm sure you must have seen that you're getting a link from 85 plus DR for a 3 million traffic and all. So these are a couple of variety of segmentations of how do you do it. But to give you a simple way of understanding this is, once you understand the potential, then you have to map it. Then what is the effort required to achieve it? I'm sure that this could be a burning question. How do we know how much effort is required? That comes by experience. Or else you can start by putting some number over there, and then you see, then you observe that, okay, what is the number which is working for me? And then you create a model around it. So that is how your war strategy works. So once you are clear, I'm sure if there are any questions, please hold them for now. I will just complete this in the next 5-7 minutes, and then we will open for the questions. Yeah. So once you have the war strategy in place, you have to do an alignment, which I have already showed you. That, okay, this is an alignment which you have to do. Okay, where am I heading, and what are the various things I have to do. Now, the most important whole activity is to measure. You don't have to measure a lot of things, you have to measure few things. So if I talk about maybe a lot of people must be measuring only the keyword ranking. I would suggest that, okay, only measuring keyword ranking, something which becomes a myth. Okay, the SEO takes around what I'm sharing is these kind of matters should be measured. No doubt you have to measure the business, how many conversions I'm getting, what is the revenue I'm getting from SEO, what is the how many clicks I'm getting, and what is community I have. That is very important, because SEO is bringing visibility of your brand to people. Then you can even use your paid marketing to convert it as well. Brand that, okay, if am I visible in the top 3 positions? That's something which everyone aspire for, but does it really work for you or not? You have to see that. The second thing is the brand stories. When you are doing a backlink, as I already mentioned to you, that whenever you are understanding a user's journey, you have to see which really impacts the user's journey. And if you even publish your brand story over there, that adds a lot to your brand. And then the next thing is the product being featured. So if you're even getting your product being featured on different aggregate platforms, you get a link as well, but you also get a visibility of brand also. So how many of them are happening? Then in Google Search Console, in the advanced setting, you can also get to know that, okay, what is the crawl budget, how many requests are happening, what is my site response time. That really impacts, because you really want your website to be Google crawl ready. The second thing is your site performance. How is it to measure it, and then you can see, okay, what is the LCP and other parameters which improve. I'm saying a relative improvement because, yeah, you should see with whom you are competing, and you should be at least better than them. The analytics part, you have to watch the behavior of a consumer. You have to see that, okay, which are the new algorithmic parameters. Google keeps on shifting focus. No doubt everything really matters for SEO, but some parameters works more with respect to different times. So you have to see on the Google algorithm parameters, and you should measure them. The next part is the ranking and traffic from search. That, okay, how much traffic I'm getting, and then what is the referral traffic I'm getting. Even if you're getting something about your brand published on a referral site, you would be getting a referral traffic as well. So that is also should be tracked. That, okay, am I getting a referral traffic or not? First thing I want to show you that you can really use data. We have created a tool in house which we use to measure these parts. So, okay, yeah, how to measure brands data. So that's more like a video representation, but we have actually yeah. So, okay, what is the kind of how the SEO performance happens, and that brings all the data on a single platform. So for with all the brands we work with, we create a kind of a segmentation. We showcase to the brands. So yeah, that's more about how do you execute, and but at the end, the more important part is that you have to re-strategize. There is no such uh, short you will do this so it will work. No doubt we are aiming at observe that, okay, we can create at that in O positive lab we can create a specific solution for different kind of brands. Some level we are able to do it for D2C Shopify platform sites for a couple of other brands as well. Yeah, a couple of industries, but we have seen that every brand behaves differently in different scenario from different locations. But yeah, it's more about that you have to trust the process. You have to go into the detail if you really want it to work. I will give you a couple of two more things in terms of the what is if you want to go beyond the obvious. So normally people only think of ranking one brand, and a lot of time the results which you are showing for a specific keyword is not apt. So you can see this more like a digital scrubbing as well. Like if you reputation, because this can really help you to make it better. Because for example, if you are a brand, people are searching about your brand, they are all getting some negative results. Then then people will not buy your things. So then you have to see, okay, how can I turn this situation around? How can I use or increase the probability of finding the desired intent of my brand on internet? So it's not only about using your brand sites, but what I'm suggesting is you can also use different assets as well. As I was, okay, you can use digital PRs. You can use even the Wikipedia links as well if you can able to if you are able to create a page over there. Also, you can use Web 2.0. Maybe it might or else maybe your social media pages as well. But yeah, you need to capture more probability of of clicking and getting traffic as well. That's something which really helps. Another thing, a lot of people are very much specifically focused upon Google. What I would suggest that, okay, apart from just the text search result, we should also think beyond the text results. We should think of shopping, images, and the news and the various sections which are being created by Google. So whenever you are ranking and content, you should aim for ranking it for capturing that feature snippet as well, because that is something which will actually bring a humongous impact even if you are bringing in top 10, and if you are even your keyword ranking fluctuates, but you will stay on the top. Apart from that, think like the whole world is moving towards video. So YouTube's prominence has improved aggressively. So you should really think around that and create a strategy so that you can create a collaborated model for scaling traffic. The third thing is Amazon. So I'm not saying it's only Amazon, but yeah, it can be like any other platform. But yeah, 40% or more product searches are happening on marketplaces. So if you are and if you're already hosted on any of the marketplace, so that's one of the place where you have to optimize. So If you want to not go into detail, if you are someone who is a digital marketer, if you are someone who is managing an SEO team, or if you really want me to give you a single rule which can really help you take a better decision, then these are the three terms. We follow a model called CRC and observe, and positive, where we see that okay, any action if we take for a brand, then what is my impact on these three dimensions? Ability improving, am I increasing my credibility, or am I gaining more relevance by this action? So if you will try to map your effort to these three aspects impact, then you will never go wrong, because that's something which really works, which what we have seen in last many years. Thank you for listening. I'm sure I tried to make it interesting and knowledgeable. What we will be doing, we will share a feedback form, me and this, and we will request a feedback. If you really want to get some execution templates from us, do let us know. And also, we would be creating a series of webinars as we move forward. So happy to have recommendations for topics where we can be more specific. I'm sure I cannot cover the experience of last 10 years in just 1 hour, but yeah, I tried to touch different points, and I tried to keep things little simple and also go to some detail of it. You can do that if you really want to get an expert knowledge of SEO. Then yeah, we are launching a O Plus Expert SEO Masterclass, which would be free for people to join initially, and you can enroll for that. If you really want us to help you for growing your website traffic, I'm sure we would be more than happy to partner with you. And the last but not the least, that we are always looking for people who really want to act in the world by the dimension of curiosity. So would love to discuss over a coffee or chai. You can send your profile or ping us on hr@observer.com. So thank you so much, people. Thank you for listening. I am open to questions.
Yeah, thank you, Ravi. Thanks for your valuable session. Few questions. Vaibhav is saying, like, do we have to look at DA or DR to look at credibility?
Is there any other question around the same, or shall I just answer that?
Not as such. There is one question only for DA.
I think yes, it seems to be more important these days. Yes, DA are one of the key parameters which you can look at for seeing. Also, you can look at the kind of links by just filtering and getting an extract from href, that okay, what kind of links are being done for that particular website, and then segment them. So if you want to go to more detail part.
Varsha is saying, how to increase the backlinks on the website?
Uh, Backlinks, how to increase the backlinks on website. So I think one of the easiest ways, get a login of href, get a download of various backlinks of different competitors, create a filtration by some parameters. Let's say I will not make a backlink of less than DA30, DR30, or one thing very important, Varsha, is that okay, keep the relevance in mind. That's something which will help you. That is one of the easiest way of doing it. Another way which is more like an organic way is that okay, think of a platforms where your user may go to get influence about your product or service, business or even, but that will really help you. And then try to earn a backlink from there, because that backlink would be more valuable than maybe 10 or 20 backlinks you will create uh, from a smaller website. But yeah, but if you have a relevance in place for even building a backlink, and then also along with the relevance, if you have a DR in place, that would be a bonanza.
Okay. There's a question from we have Vijay. Vijay is saying, can we get the template of this audit file which you have shared in the presentation?
Yes, we will give you a template. I guess, I hope Raj, we can share that, right? I
Sure.
took the liberty of sharing that part, but yeah, uh, we can share a file, we can share a mail with everyone. They can
Right.
opt for it. If they want it, we will send them, or you can just send a mail on HR@observer. Help
Question
you if
from,
you want to grow. Or,
yeah. Sorry, your voice went out. You can speak.
But I'm saying we are happy to help if anyone wants to excel their skills on SEO part, and more than happy to share the template, because these templates get on updations every single month, I would say. That's how we evolve O positive for SEO.
Uh, there's a question from Reena. Reena is saying that should SEO be initiated if the client says that the budget of, I mean, if they have 1/4 of the budget which you have shared? I think she is referring one of your line which you might have said for the that we should spend at least 1/4 of our marketing budget on SEO.
I never said so.
Okay,
Uh,
she has mentioned initiated if the client has 1/4 of the budget uh, of what you shared. I don't know. Reena, can you please rephrase that part and then we can
I think
speak?
that the client is. I think the client is negotiating with you, Reena,
Yeah.
because it's a very relative question. I'm not sure. Did you share budget? And I think there is no specific budget to create an impact. If you have a budget of $100, get a great digital PR done. If you have a budget of $1,000, hire a team. And I just, as I mentioned that, okay, once you have a clarity of your goal, once you have a clarity of your budget, and once you know your strength, then if you should ask the client, okay, what, then you say, okay, if this is the budget, then you cannot reach this goal. But yeah, you can do something in this budget.
There's a question from Samrat. He's saying, how important is page speed for both in desktop and mobile?
Uh, See, what we have seen, that nowadays Google crawlers are crawling on both the fronts. But yeah, normally we consider mobile speed more, because considering your users are coming more on mobile. So if you even keep focus upon mobile speed, it should work in most of the cases. So yeah, it is important. It gives you an idea, okay, how is the experience for the user, and also gives the metrics. You can use Lighthouse or sorry, Lightspeed, or you can see Google Core Web Vitals, who are having a better details for what to optimize.
Right. Uh, Nitesh is saying, any new updates from Google in 2022 which we should follow?
So, so there are, it's getting rolled out, I would say. Uh, I think one of the key thing is, there's a lot of work happening on the front of, the core web vital was one of the mega updates which happened, and as we move forward, we see clustering is something which is being a good amount of focus, and there's some focus upon the privacy part as well. Which
Right. Okay. Then we have a question from Rameshwar. He's saying, is there any specific services required if SEO has been failed to increase business even after trying all the measures?
I think, okay, so let's go back to that question that, okay, if your SEO has failed, you will not let your business fail, right? So you might need to divert your budget to some aspects, but it's a very relative question to the situation and also what has failed. But yeah, I think driving it from the what is my business goal, and then even seeing, okay, what has failed. And if SEO is not working for you and the client, okay, think of some other aspects of growth so that the business goal can be achieved. And I'm sure there's
Right. Must creating PBNs for backlinks, are they considered gray hat?
sorry.
Masna has a question. Masna Haseen, she's saying, creating PBN, private blog network for backlinks, are they considered gray hat?
I think anything you do in SEO is kind of a can be considered a gray hat, because if you're paying also for a backlink as well. But yeah, we don't prefer making. We have seen they don't work uh, more, and sometimes we have seen a negative impact as well.
Girish is saying, which is the best tool as per you for the evolutions of SEO every month, where we can find the all the new updates for SEO?
Uh, I think, okay, you are asking for the platform to find updates, or you are asking for
Yes.
the tool?
Uh, Tool or platform?
See, in terms
Uh,
of tool, we have used various tools ranging from SEMrush, Sidebulb, Skipping Frog, Deep Crawl, and what we have seen that the amount of money you pay for the tool and the kind, there is no direct correlation. At times, we have found a lot of tools which are very low cost, but and they give fantastic results. So, sign for Deep Crawl as well, but yeah, we found some tools which are even better than them, and which maybe they were not having all the value for tracking or for analyzing at one place, but yeah, you can find them. To get updates, I consider being in the community active on the great way. LinkedIn is a great tool to have be updated. SEJ, SEMrush, they are key platforms, or follow the influencers on Twitter. That is the right way, because they keep on doing some new research.
Divya is saying, what is the influence of third-party cookies death on SEO?
What is the influence of third-party cookies?
Uh, what is the influence of third-party cookies death on SEO? Uh,
Okay. Um, I think this it will help SEO industry to grow, I would say, because then people might. But I'm sure, as I was having a conversation with Facebook people as well, they will always figure out some way so that they can this third party cookies concern. Overall, I don't see a major impact on SEO because of this. Uh, but yeah, uh, business part I see a growth part, but yeah, not a major impact. Maybe there could be some impact in tracking as well, but even for the SEO data tracking, we normally consider Search Console. That doesn't look a big problem to me. To the knowledge, limited knowledge, we can have a better answer. But yeah, that's what I think right now.
right. So, guys, I mean, we can see like we have the session is till 4 p.m. So we can,
Couple
right, Ravi?
questions if you
One more
want.
question, please.
Yeah, we can take one or two questions more. Two, three questions more.
Okay. Sayeda is saying, any good or cheap tool for website audit and monthly reports?
Uh, I'm not sure what kind of monthly reports you want to send to the client. For a cheap tool for website audits, Sidebulb is a good tool. You can use that. SEO Power Suite is a great tool. You can explore that. Even there are a lot of free tools. Even SEMrush give you. SEMrush also gives you an option if you want to pay them. I'm not an affiliate of SEMrush, but I have seen that feature. That's why I'm sharing that. If you want to put your brand logo and all over there as well. So
Right. There's a last question from Rupa. journal, what do you have to revise every month?
Strategy.
Okay.
See, I think a lot of people in SEO, what I have seen that people think SEO is all about execution. SEO is about making some backlinks, doing some on-site audit, and creating some content because content is king. How do we see it as it's more about what is your focus? Is it working? I think it is working and scaling it up. That's how we see it. We see it less as SEO, more as a process of scaling up. And one that is even in O positive, what we do every month, we have a strategy meeting for twice a month. We have a strategy meeting for every brand, and we don't only see the numbers. Numbers are being seen in a performance meeting on a weekly meeting, but in that strategy meeting, what we see is that what is that one action which I can take which will bring exponential impact for the brand. That's what we look at, because we all know, right? Everything is available on internet, or you can do some audit, you can remove some errors, you can do some add some value. But the key thing is which will really bring a exponential growth for your brand is that idea. So an idea to execution is something which I call as strategy. So you have to be clear that okay, performing right now, is it really working for you? What is something which you can do new which will work for you? Because if everyone is doing the same thing, then who will be, then like a race, who will do it faster or who will do it. But you have to do something differently, which we change every month. That how can I do it differently and how can I go SEO?
Thank you, Ravi. Thanks for answering all these questions. We have so many questions, but I'm sorry I can't ask because we honor your time. So thank you for joining today's session.
And
And guys, at the end, I just want to have a feedback from all of you. I just want to start one poll. But before that, I want to share that we are doing digital marketing training programs, and we are conducting our training programs at the end of this month as well. So if you're interested to thoughts, you all can see these dates on your computer screen. If you're interested, you can please share the suggestion and select the date, or else if you're not sure, you can select I'm not sure, or if you don't want, it's okay. So thank you, and let's go for another poll, which is about the feedback for today's session. I'll wait for another 1 minute, and after that, I'll start the next poll. Great. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for sharing your poll. The last part is about the feedback from today's session. Guys, you all will get recording of today's session in the email. Plus, I will also share this tool link and the email ID. Like Ravi has shared, HR at Observe. If you want to get the audit tool, you can also mail them, or else I can also share the link of where you can submit your information, and then we can help you to get that audit report as well, which somebody has asked. Right. So once again, thank you guys. It's the last part of the session now. Once again, thank you Ravi also to spare do this session. Thank you for joining and leading this. And please, once in quarter or maybe once in 6 months for us, so that people who are in this SEO industry, they can get knowledge from you. So thank you, and we are closing this session now.